Hey everybody, it's Gary Enerson here. How y'all doing? I hope you had a good week. Welcome to episode number 43 of Gary E's Sketch Cards. And this week I am drawing a request from my friend Marty who wanted to see the 11th Doctor from Doctor Who. So I'm drawing Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor. This is the second request that I've done from Marty. He requested the Deadpool card that I did a few months back, and I did that one. And I haven't done a lot of Deadpool fan art since the film came out. I still haven't seen it yet as of today. So I know there's a lot of stuff that's out there, but I already did that. So I figured, maybe I'll just keep doing something different every week. And Marty had requested this a while back, so I apologize for the delay. But here you go. It's the 11th Doctor. So, right off the bat, I should probably cop to the fact that I am not an avid watcher of Doctor Who. There comes the hate mail, and hey, leave a comment below. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not a full on nerd until I have my Doctor Who fix, but I did watch the show years and years and years ago when Tom Baker was the Doctor, and my dad and I actually used to watch it. This would have had to have been the early '80s, mid '80s, in that. Um, so I was exposed to it. It just Star Wars, Star Wars just kind of skewed my mind about what science fiction should be. And I'm sure if I sat down and watched a bunch of bunch of Doctor Who episodes now, I might enjoy it. But I've not really given it a fair shake. And I say that to kind of bring up the topic that I wanted to talk about this week, and that is drawing subject matter that you are not, I don't want to say not invested in, but subject matter that, people ask you to draw that you don't really know about. That's going to happen from time to time. You're going to get, I haven't gotten a lot of commissions in my, if you will, art career. I guess you might want to call it my art experience, I guess. Um, but this is probably the closest thing I've gotten to a commission on something that I didn't really know. As I said, my friend Marty wanted me to draw this and just threw the suggestion out there. It was definitely a different dynamic doing this card because, again, the investment factor, and I enjoy doing it, and I'm not, slamming on Doctor Who or anything like that. It's just that, again, I just wasn't exposed to it. So as I was drawing this, I was, invested more in getting the piece right than I was, excited about the fact that I was doing a Doctor Who card. I don't know if this speech is going to get me in trouble with anybody, but it was just weird. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else has had that. I had followed the artist Tony Moore on Periscope for a while. He had done a tour where he was kind of going around the Midwest, and he was going to different comic shops. And I unfortunately did not get a chance to drop in and get an autograph or anything like that. But I was able to message him and ask the question, what subject matter do you feel uncomfortable drawing, or maybe not don't like drawing, but what subject matter do you feel uncomfortable drawing? And he had mentioned that he had discomfort when he was a little apprehensive when he was drawing like animals and women and stuff like that, and so I mean, it's every artist has that one thing, kind of like this. Oh my gosh, that was kind of a horrible blend on my part here, so I apologize for that. So I mean, I guess all the artists that are out there, that I've listened to and watched on YouTube, and I've had, like I said, I've been able to message a few and kind of get their input on their process and stuff like that. Everybody's got something that they are either absolutely hate to draw, or they're just apprehensive when they draw it. You know what I mean? And that was kind of the same feeling I had when I was doing this card, and not just because I was botching up the markers here. I think I'll fix it around the end, but but um, it was kind of the same feeling that I had when I was drawing this. Again, just if this was again, a Star Wars card or a Walking Dead card or something like that, then I probably would have, I don't know, felt a little better about doing it. But as it is, I mean, I think most of it is because of the fan base that Doctor Who has. I mean, Doctor Who's fans are, has a very religious, very avid fan base around the world. And, I guess part of it was the pressure to do the character right. You know what I mean? And, I didn't want to, upset anyone or, again, have anybody kind of call me out on something. I don't know. I don't know. It was very strange. And I suppose I would have the same feeling if I were drawing something, like horses or, dogs or something like that. Something I haven't really had a lot of or taken the time to practice drawing a lot of, you know what I mean? Um, it's just, it's when you draw, when you paint, when you create, it's always scary sometimes to delve into new things. Over the last few weeks, I've been doing a lot with the markers and things like that. And that in and of itself was a little intimidating until I, did a few cards and stuff and saw that, I could get away with it, I suppose. But, when you're drawing subject matter that, you know, you're not used to drawing, you probably need to do like some warm up sketches and stuff like that. And that's something that I don't really do that much of. And I should do it a lot more. Time has been very limited, and I'm not going to throw all the excuses out there, but time has been limited here as of late. And, sometimes the practice sketch is, would cut into a lot of time that I could be, creating the videos and things like that. And, maybe that's a little counterproductive, but so far it's kind of worked for me, but I think what I'm going to do over the next few weeks, once things tend to start to calm down or whatever, is I'll get more into practice sketching and things like that, and maybe try to draw a few things that I consider out of my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? Characters that I don't normally do. Again, animals, machinery, things like that. Maybe I'll just sit and draw a car or something like that. And I think that's good to do. It's just, truth be told, I've not really taken the time to do that, and that's something that, as an artist, is I think it's priceless. When you can, basically have a bunch of stuff in your wheelhouse that, can you draw a building? Absolutely. Can you draw a car? Absolutely. Can you draw a person standing by the car next to a building? Absolutely. And not that I can't draw it. It's just, the person would be a little bit easier for me. The car might be a little more difficult, and the building would probably be a little more difficult, than anything else. But, and that's just kind of a hypothetical. But again, that's just me, and it's just a matter of taking the time to kind of, perfect the craft, so to speak. So, anyway, that's, I guess from what I've seen and, looking around at other artists and things like that, is that everybody has that sort of subject matter that they would prefer not to draw, or they have a difficult time doing, or they're more apprehensive when they do it, that kind of thing. So, if you're an artist out there, and or an aspiring artist, or even if you're just, trying to get into it, and that, just know that, if you look around YouTube and listen to any illustrator, any artist long enough, you'll know what they feel their strengths and their weaknesses are, and you'll hear what they like to do and what they don't like to do. So, anyway, that's kind of not so much an art tip as more of a, word of encouragement, if you will. I'm nobody to be, to be considered an expert or anything like that. But, these days I try to, listen to as many artists and illustrators as I can, and, try to make sure that the same things that are going through my head are, going through everybody else's head. And for the most part, that's true. So, that's encouraging. It's encouraging, and it is empowering kind of at the same time. So, when you know that you're not the only one that's kind of feeling apprehensive about something, that's kind of a good feeling. So, I mean, not that I wish anything bad on anyone, just, to know that it's out there and that everybody feels it. So that's kind of the lesson for the week, I guess. So just know that if you're an aspiring artist or illustrator, songwriter, performer, artist of any kind, musician or whatever, um, everybody has those moments of self doubt, and everybody has those moments where they question themselves, and you hear about it all the time, and you hear about it even from the artists that you look up to and that you admire, and that. So don't be discouraged if you ever feel inadequate or what have you. I try to say every week, just keep doing what you're doing, keep trying to improve, and your art is awesome because just doing it means that you have the drive to do it and the drive to stay with it. And if you strive to get better, you can only do that. You can only get better. So there it is. And if you have that one project that doesn't quite work out, then don't worry about it. Just get back on your feet, try it again, do it again. Keep going, keep striving to improve. So that's going to do it for this week. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'd encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you would, please. Like this video. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. And I have some things kind of brewing, so I'm going to have another video series coming out here over the next few weeks. So, be on the lookout for that. What else? What else? What else? If you can find me on Instagram now. Look up Gary Enerson. It'll be Gary_Enerson, and I will put stuff out there. That's going to be probably the main display hub for my work. But yeah, so find me on Instagram. Obviously, I'm here on YouTube. Take care. Keep striving to do your best. Your art is awesome, and I will see you next week. This is the Matt Smith sketch card. Matt Smith is the actor who plays the 11th Doctor. Thanks for the request, Marty.